YouTubers, Mike Martin's here.
Mike Martin's channel.
I'm just here with the wife. We're just chilling out, having coffee early morning as I pack off a few things to ship off through the mail sales, so to say. All right, so what's going on? Well, there's lots going on, and I want to talk about fuel rationing in Ireland. Return to work from home, plan to save fuel, an event crisis caused by the Ukraine. So they want to do kind of like a more of a COVID-style type lockdown for fuel prices. A high-level planning exercise proposed 3 fuel supply deficit scenarios. Now, they're obviously going to blame on the war on Ukraine for everything. And you could go ahead and look at my point of view on that, why I've never taken sides on any of this stuff. People will be ordered to work from home in the event of major fuel crisis sparked by the war in Ukraine. Again, they're going to keep saying the war in Ukraine and blame Vladimir Putin and Russia, even though Europe is sanctioning Russia and telling Russia, we don't want your oil and gas. When winter comes, they're going to flip the script and say that Russia is being greedy. So that's something to look forward in the winter season ahead. Under a secret government emergency plan, the Irish Independent has learned that confidential details of an emergency planning exercise held 10 days ago between all major state agencies and the government. So their fusion center, is basically a secret fuel crisis plan we've been talking about on the channel now for the last, 6 years. The high-level planning exercise proposed 3 fuel supply deficit scenarios and possible consequences were presented and discussed. Delegates were given a scenario of a 20% diesel supply deficit in September and a 35% drop in supply in December. September to December, sorry. The third of the most extreme scenario proposed for February 2023 is where gas and oil supplies cannot meet the demand for electricity generation, or farmers preparing to cut silage. So there it is right there. That actually, in the nutshell, sums it up. Our food distribution. Now, food distribution through lack of fuel for the trucks, food production through lack of fuel through production sites, and lack of production on the farmlands because of the price of fuel to operate the tractors. So there's our fuel and food shortage and energy shortage because the gas or fuel needed to run their electric plants. The Irish Independent can reveal that in the event of a national fuel crisis, emergency contingency measures discussed at a high-level meeting include all non-essential workers to be ordered to work from home. There it is. A limit will be placed on non-essential car travel. There it is right there. They're going to start traveling and rationing your travels. A strict limit of the amount of fuel motorists can buy at one time. Fuel rationing, something we've been talking about on the channel for years now. The implementation of an immediate and strict reduction of the speed limit on motorways. Again, they just want to limit transportation, limit movement, limit everything. They want to shut us down and control us on every angle possible. The plan also includes the introduction of an emergency scheme whereby motorists with an odd number at the end of their car registration will be allowed to drive or refuel on alternate days. I made a whole video about this back in 2016, how in Mexico City, how they had organized in Mexico, in the country of Mexico, how they organized. It started in Mexico City where if you had an odd or even number, you're allowed to drive that vehicle for that day. So you would have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday car and a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday car or something, how it worked out. So Mexico City's already did that with an odd number at the end. You're allowed to drive it on certain days. So what most people did was they bought 2-3 cars because it didn't stop anything. So that's what they're looking at doing now in Ireland. And I still remember making that video in 2016 saying in Mexico, because I remember in Mexico you had odd numbers and even numbers. And my friend was telling me, he's like, no, because this guy could drive this car on Tuesdays only and Fridays and Sundays. I'm like, why? That makes no sense. What's to stop him from buying another car? Yeah, he's got 4 cars. So there it is right there in a nutshell. They're going to put these plans into place. They're not going to, it just doesn't work. So there it is right there. And then it goes, read more. Those odd numbers could refuel on Monday and Wednesday. There it is right there. The confidential meeting, again, there it is right there. Hidden groups. The plan states if the supply deficit of the magnitude occurs, it will lead to Diesel stockouts where many fuel stations will run dry to supply to critical emergency services will be threatened. Again, the crumbling healthcare system that's already failing, they're just going to kind of put it all on the war in Ukraine because the whole other thing that happened for the last 2 years didn't work out. So there it is. So this is Breitbart reporting this. Gas stations in California nears $10 per gallon. We covered that here 2 weeks ago, that $10 a gallon gas. And the reason why you're seeing $10 a gallon per gas is not because the price of fuel is going up. No. Oh, Mike, inflation. No. Cities are going broke. And it ties, and basically in that video, I explained to you guys how cities are going broke. Especially blue states, all of Canada, all the big cities where all the people, the productive people that actually paid taxes, that lived in those cities, that built the cities, that left because they can't compete with the money laundering coming in from China, they went ahead and went to other little towns and other municipalities. I did that myself. So there it is right there. That's why gas is going up. The price of fuel is going up intrinsic to inflation, but realistically, they don't have to do that. They just got to lower the taxes on the gas. And it ties into they're going to tax us to death. And raising you tax here. It just goes on and on in our channel. This channel goes back to 2012. I'm not sure what videos are still up right now or what. This one Americans should watch. Major Herd Ahead, Wake Up America. People should start watching some of these. This is a video I referenced earlier, why I haven't taken sides with the Ukraine and Russia. And that's that right there, guys. I want to share this with you guys. Hope everybody has a great day. Don't forget to join us on Odyssey, where you could find us on Mike of the Night. So there's the channel on Odyssey. There's the last Mike of the Night there. Mike of the Night 442, World Economic Forum, working to disarm private citizens. There it is right there. And then the week before that was a really good one too. Where was it here? Oh, Christ. Mike of the Night Collins show, really good Collins. And then we had Mike of the Night's proxy war to nuclear war in the Ukraine. And then we covered other things here. So I look forward to seeing you guys every Saturday on Mike of the Night. I'll leave a link below in the first comment to last Saturday's episode. Guys, there's lots happening. There's a lot of movements in play, lots of moving pieces. They're obviously going to blame the whole war, but a lot of people don't understand. I made a video here called Poland playing Russian roulette with Russia. Now, let's find the video here. The whole purpose of this video was to bring it back in the wintertime. Because what Poland's going to, see if I can find it here. It's way back here somewhere. There it is. Poland playing Russian roulette with Russia. Why? Well, because in the early spring, Poland was actually flaunting and saying, we don't need your gas, we don't need your oil, we're going to be sanctioning Russia, we don't want nothing to do with Russia, we don't need Russia. That's the politicians in Poland playing tough. Russia responded and said, okay, well, you're sanctioning us, there's nothing we could do, we're done, relationships are done. But here's the problem with that. When winter comes, they're going to flip the script. The mainstream media is going to be saying, Poland's starving for fuel as Russia cuts them off. No, Poland was telling Russia where to go in the early spring. Russia, watch the headline, Poland starving for fuel as Russia hoards fuels. Watch in the winter how they're going to flip the script in the favor of Poland when they were basically telling Russia where to go in the early spring of 2022. Follow the money, follow the lies, follow everything, and you'll get your culprit. Mike Martin's here. Thanks for joining, liking, and subscribing, and being part of the channel all these years. It means a lot. And there's my wife right there. Hey, Rose. She's there, hanging out, just having coffee with... It's a Mike of the Night cup?
Yes, it is.
It's a Mike of the Night cup she's holding up there. That's my beautiful wife, Rose. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Lots of love. Thanks for all the emails and reaching out and all the support. I have spoken.